No, maybe Mitchell.
For all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yah.
I didn't.
Righteousness by my faith, let them lost. Justified by his blood, keep it real, y'all, we fall. We supposed to be dead and we flawed. Praise y'all for his son, cause his blood cover all. Keep them laws and commandments, but we don't drop the ball. Repent, get back up, faith in Christ, stand tall. But stay up on that ground, justified by them laws. I hope you understand how we explain it, Paul. Justified by them laws, if you fall, then you dead. Justified by the blood, we can rise up and stay. Justified by my faith in the King, I ain't bleed. Worthy is the Lamb, take up your bed. Faith without words, yeah, they ain't no lie. But we don't feel short in the word sometimes. So if you feel short in the law, you done sin before y'all. Don't you know you ain't supposed to be alive? Faith up in the King, that's our righteousness. We gon' keep these laws, though we might just slip. Got a second chance in the King, justified by my faith. No, the devil ain't liking this. So we gon' keep these laws to the end. We gon' keep our faith in the King with he did. We gon' keep these laws to the end. We gon' keep our faith in the King what he did. Messiah, 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 Messiah. By grace, my saved through faith, and not of yourselves. It is the gift of Yah, not of works, lest any man should boast. For Yah, his workmanship, created in Messiah, with the good works, which Yah have before ordained that we shall walk in them.
I got it. Hey, y'all. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
I see y'all. Y'all see the platform look a little different. Good morning. We got snow and ice coming down, and so Rose said she read for me.
Yeah, let us know if you can't hear us that well too.
Yeah,
We got a different mic.
yeah. We'll talk a little louder. Everything is makeshift today. But the title today is fishing. And I chose fishing because I'm using different bait. They see my wife's face up here, and maybe somebody will bite. Maybe somebody will stop scrolling and say, "Oh,
What they talking about?"
yeah." So y'all hear me talk about my beautiful wife, and here she is. So. Fishing. I was in the shower this morning. I was laughing because I love to fish. She loves to fish. Carlos loves to fish. And I think about them two. They're always in competition. Every time we go fishing, they that's one, that's three, I'm at 18.
They make it fun.
And one of them will catch a fish. And the other one will run to the same exact spot. I mean, if we ain't keeping the fish, they'll release the fish, and the other one, whoever didn't catch the fish, will throw the pole right there and try to catch the same exact fish before he swim off. But fishing, like I said, we just using different bait today. And we're going to talk about our story real quick. People love gossip too, so that may be a good lure to use to try to catch some folks. But our story, oh man, that makeshift, huh? Our story, we were married. What year were we married first time? We don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what our anniversary is now, because it's just different. We don't. I think Andrea knows. Andrea can tell us when our anniversary is because it's close to theirs. But when it pop on the calendar, that's when we know. But it's different. It's very different. Being married in the truth. When we were married the first time, we were just doing something. You know, pretty much.
Pretty much,
Yeah. I'm glad you agree. And the world has made it where if it don't work out, you get a divorce. Hey, you tried it, you know,
Yeah.
and it didn't work out, and that's what we did. We got a divorce. But during the time we were divorced, I think you started realizing that you wanted me back, right? I mean, you know, we tell the
Don't do
truth.
that. Don't do
This
that.
is a Bible study.
It is a Bible study, so don't do that, sir. Carry on. Andrea said September the 25th.
September 25th. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. And yours is the next day, right? Or something like that. Same day. Is that right? Anyway, what was I talking about?
How you want me back?
Yeah, I noticed we had a daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. And Aubrey said she would want to come to my house, and her mother would bring her. And I guess she thought she was still there. She'd come in and just go in the refrigerator and the oven and everything.
I thought we were going to tell the truth, babe. Let's
Tell the truth.
let's tell the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
But I caught on to the hints. You know, she didn't come over there with no attitude no more. She wouldn't make.
Go ahead, finish talking, babe. Go ahead.
And so I caught the hints. I'd be glad I caught the hints. And so I started being a little more soft-spoken to her too, you know. And we started talking, you know, a little bit more, and she started hanging around a little bit more. But during this time, I had started getting into the Bible a little bit more, and I'm gonna couple up the comments. And I noticed in the Bible that Deuteronomy 24, 1 through 4. This is during the time we divorced, but we started back wanting to kind of be together. But I saw these verses, 1 through 4, if you don't mind, please. Not.
No. Come on now. Deuteronomy 24, starting at verse 1. When a man has taken a wife and married her, and it comes to pass that she find no favor in his eyes, because he has found some uncleanness in her, then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house.
Now let me say this, because our first divorce wasn't because of infidelity. It was just, well, I don't like you no more, you don't like me no more. Hey, okay, well, hey, life too short to be sitting up here stuck with somebody you don't like, you know. So, hey, let's go ahead and end this. That's pretty much what it was.
Right.
But anyway, in the Bible, though, if there's infidelity, you can get a divorce. Go ahead.
And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife. And if the latter husband hate her, and write her a bill of divorcement, and give it in her hand, and sendeth her out of his house, or if the latter husband die, which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife. After that, she is defiled.
After she's defiled. And, you know, if you're studying with us on Tuesday nights, we're going through the book of Romans. And in Romans, Paul is telling them how they can come back into this new marriage that God is creating with Israel and Judah, and making them one again. Hold on 1 second. What's this? Okay, and that's the thing that caught my attention. I went to it and I said, according to the Bible, because like I said, by this time I'm really into the Bible, and I want to do right by God, not, you know, just. I think there comes a point in everybody's life when they realize that God is God, and I need to start preparing for what's going to happen when I die. And so I want to make sure that everything I'm doing now is right with Him. So I came across these verses, just starting back from Genesis, just trying to relearn. And I said, I don't think we can get back together, because the time we were divorced, I had been with somebody else. She had been with somebody else. And that had ruined everything. So I thought. And so I let her know what I found, and we were both a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on.
Don't tell her.
No, we were both disappointed. That's the word. Disappointed. And but I kept reading, and I was looking at GOCC at the time, and there was this guy, not the main guy, but he was over New York, the New York chapter or branch or whatever you call it, and he had it. He had it. He didn't know he had it, but he had it. And he gave me a piece of the puzzle that I needed. Everything is in here, but sometimes it don't come to you until later. You don't see it until God wants you to see it. And I get a little bit emotional when I think about it, because I was gonna call this lesson ordered, because everything God is doing in our lives is ordered. It's at a appointed time. The script is already written. We just playing it out whether we know it or not. And this divorce, this marriage that we had, and this divorce, and now we're trying to get remarried. It's the same exact thing that God is doing. And so to think that He would use us as an example of what He's doing with His wife, Israel, oh man, I get choked up thinking about it. But anyway, I saw God had the same problem that we had, the same exact problem. He wanted to get his wife back, or that I had. Let's put it this way: I wanted to get my wife back, but how do I get around this law that's saying once she's been defiled, or once she's been with another guy or me, then you don't do that. You don't defile. What's the last part say? Verse 4?
For her husband which sent her away may not take her again to be his wife after that she is defiled. For that is an abomination before the Lord.
And that word abominations let me know we can't do this. Not do this and please the Lord, So just so happened, this guy, GOCC, I don't even know who he is. I don't even know what makes. This is what I'm talking about order, because I don't even have stopped listening to them. But I listened to this other guy from the New York branch, and he said something that sparked something else that I had read, and then I had the whole picture. Oh man. And once I got the picture, not only did it pave the way for us to be back together, but it opened up the whole Bible.
Do you remember what he said?
He was just talking about being a new creature. He was talking about Romans 7, 1 through 4. Matter of fact, get to that if you want. That's where he was at, Romans 7, 1 through 4. And, well, go ahead with it. This is what he was, and he didn't have the whole picture, but he's had enough to make me put some things together. Put it that way.
Ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Romans 7, starting at verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law,
Mm-hmm.
how the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
That's right. And that's talking about the Ten Commandments. I don't even think at this time we understood that the Ten Commandments were the covenant laws of the first covenant, or the what's the word? Is it the Ketubah colors? Ketubah, or the yeah. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But the wedding vows of the first covenant, and we didn't even know that at this time. But go ahead.
All right, verse 2. For the woman which has an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth.
So as long as he lives, okay?
But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband.
And Christ died, so now he's no longer married to the southern kingdom. He had already given the northern kingdom a bill of divorce, and he's got to end this first marriage before he can step into the second marriage. Go ahead.
So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress.
And that's what we were, Israel. We were married to Christ, and we also dabbled around with other gods and stuff. You know, it's like people today. You know, they call themselves Christians, but they're spiritual. You know, they call themselves Christian, but they read the Quran. You know, stuff like that. And what most Christians, Sunday Christians, don't know today is that they're not worshiping the God of the Bible. They're worshiping a different God, one who said he would be worshipped, one who predicted. And Christ warned us about that. So they are committing adultery because, well, are they though? They're not even really committing adultery. Christ died to end that marriage. They're still just married to the other God. Satan is the God of Sunday. Wow. And they had no clue because they're reading from the same Bible. Same Bible that Christ told us that another one was coming. Matter of fact, I want to get that in a minute. But go ahead. What did you just read?
I read 3. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law.
From that law of marriage. Not the law, that law. Go ahead.
So that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man.
Now, if your husband is dead, if I die, you can go and be married to somebody else, and it's lawful. Nothing wrong with that. But if I'm still alive and you go and deal with somebody else, then you're an adulteress.
Right.
Go ahead.
Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Christ, that ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto God.
Wow. Now Paul is saying that since you've been baptized, you're a new creature. Well, before that, Christ died and rose a new creature. And that's the most important part of the gospel, because if he didn't die and rise, then we wouldn't have nobody to be married to. We wouldn't, there'd be no such thing as a second covenant. Right? So, go ahead, give me that one more time. The last part, verse 4.
Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Christ.
By the dead body of Christ, okay.
That ye should be married to another.
You can be married to somebody else. Who? Oh, you can give us a suggestion. Who can we be married to? Anybody. Go ahead.
Even to him who is raised from the dead.
Even to him that's raised from the dead. Now, you have been baptized. You're a new creature. Christ has rose. He became a new creature. He wasn't the same when he came out of the grave as he was when he went in. You saw him doing stuff like appearing in rooms. Luke talked about he appeared to them in a different form. So he wasn't the same. He didn't do all that before he died. He's a new creature. And you, through baptism, are a new creature. And now the two new creatures can be married back together. And then it hit me. I had been baptized. Mike, I woke up one morning about 4 o'clock and told Mike, I said, Mike, I reading the Bible, oh, that's your point. I said, I need you to baptize me today. And Mike said, well, don't be surprised if after I baptize you, you turn right around and baptize me. Because we understood at this point how important the baptism was, or just wanted to shake that old church doctrine and Sunday worship and say, let's get all that off of me and let's start over and let's do what the Bible said. So I had been baptized. All I needed was for her to be baptized. And she was, why were you so hesitant? What took you so long? You didn't believe the word? What was going on?
I don't know.
Tell the people.
Oh, wow.
Because I want to know too.
I don't know.
It took you a minute. I put you on the spot?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, all right, never mind. Tell me later.
Okay.
Let me write that down.
He was rushing me because he was so eager to get married. You gotta go back to the beginning of the video now.
I was so eager to get married.
You said it was because I wanted you and all this other stuff. Now the truth is coming out. But go ahead, continue.
Can cut this part off. So yeah, she finally got baptized, and when she did, we thank you, Andrea, on September 25th. What year was it?
You tell the people.
September 25th, we got married, and and that was that. It was just that simple. We both had to be new creatures because those two old creatures that got married before, oh man, they were no good.
Oh.
They were no good. And you know, and the beginning of this marriage wasn't a walk in the park. But when you want to please God, you know, then God said He hate divorce. He finally divorced the Northern Kingdom, but after change. I mean, it was 500 and some years before He finally pulled the trigger on him. You know, and I knew the verse about God hating divorce. And I didn't want to disappoint God. And even in this new marriage, my mama she didn't know we'd be about study at this time. Maybe she figured it was snow. What was that saying? Shelby, what was I talking about? What was I saying? Oh, God, hating divorce, yeah. And I mean, we've been, even in this new marriage, we've been right there at it. But finally, we sat down and we opened the book. And both of us love God more than we love each other. And that's what it's going to take. It take you loving God, or you and your spouse loving God more than you love each other. And we opened the book, and we found out what the problem was. And that's what it means, washing the water by word. You know, the word is what cleanses us. What's up, Mike? And I think now we think of that before we think of, I mean, divorce. Now, I mean, at this day, today, you know, we ain't even thought. You know?
Not an option.
If we had to get this yesterday, probably. But today.
Dwayne, come get him.
And look, we just want to come on for a minute. That's it. You got something?
It was something you wanted to get.
Oh yeah, for people. It was kind of got away from it now, but give me John 5:43. For the people who still attend Sunday service. John John 5:43. This is Christ warning us that another husband is coming, and him you will receive, because they didn't want him. You know, for whatever reason, they didn't want him. Go ahead.
John 5:43 says, I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. But if another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive.
You will receive. And Christ came in his Father's authority. Satan is coming in his own authority. And we have received him every Sunday morning. We are receiving him, not us. But the people who still attend Sunday service, they receive him every Sunday morning. And I know it's hard here, but just trying to say something to make you go do your own research. You know, we talk about this every Saturday, just about, you know, trying to wake people up to who is your real husband. Who is your husband? You defend him. Give me 2 Thessalonians. You defend him. Not my God, not my Jesus.
2 Thessalonians.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Which is?
Oh, 2. Sorry.
All right, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses
2 and 3.
2 and 3 or 3.
Oh, 3 and 4. I'm sorry.
Alright. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, that the man of sin be revealed,
Man
the
of sin.
son of perdition.
Be revealed. That son of perdition, who, if you heard what I just said, then we're revealing him to you right now. Go ahead.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God,
Mm-hmm.
or that is worshipped, so that he as God,
As God,
sitteth in the temple of God,
you are the temple of God.
showing himself that he is God.
And he's the God of your life. He is, if you accept him, that man, the son of perdition, man of sin, and all you got to do is pull up the 10 Commandments, the real 10 Commandments. There's 2 sets of 10 Commandments. One from Exodus 20, and there's one that's slightly changed from the Roman Catholic Church. Which one do you obey? Give me Romans 6:16.
Romans 6:16 says, know ye not.
Look how fast you got that. No, I'm just going to put you out of job, no.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
Romans 6:16, know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are, to whom ye obey.
So, the verse is saying, whoever you obey, that's who you is, right?
Right. That's your master.
Pick up those 10 Commandments. Pick up the ones from the Bible and the ones from the Sunday church, or, excuse me, Roman Catholic Church, and see which ones you obey. That's who's serving you are. I didn't want to make this too long, because if they look at him, they say, hour, 2 hour long. I just needed, you know, see if debate was working.
Well, I'm going to get this. Now it's in Malachi 2:16 and 17.
Hate divorce.
Says, for the Lord, the God of Israel, said that he hateth putting away.
Mm-hmm.
For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed of your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have worried the Lord with your words, yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them, or where is the God of judgment?
So, is that King James version? Is that King James now?
No.
That part there. Everyone that doeth evil, but what now? Oh, you was listening.
Everyone that doeth evil is good
Is
in the
good?
sight of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and he dwelleth in them, or where is the God of judgment?
Now, do your own research and figure out what is evil in the sight of the Lord and what is good. That's all you got to do. and you'll see whose servant you are. You know, and like I always say this during our Bible studies, you don't know if you don't read the Bible. If you're just going to church and getting that motivational speech, and you know, I see a lot of them come across my timeline on Facebook. I don't, to be fair, I don't see the whole sermon because we go off and do a size and talk a little bit and joke a little bit too. But if every Sunday you're getting a motivational speech and you're not learning about God, then you're in danger. He didn't say you didn't depart from me because you didn't come to church every Sunday. He said, depart from me, I never knew you. Mm-hmm. So if the church is not teaching you about this marriage, which is the foundation of the whole Bible, then you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. Like I said, just trying to...
Rowena said, we good, keep going. Good for our souls. Tell AJ, hey, Jay.
Where AJ?
He said Nika said he keep telling us hey, and we ain't speaking to him. He mad because we can't see him.
Hey, AJ. All right. Be good.
Whitney said, don't worry too much about the length of the video, BJ. This is for us.
Oh, well, I mean...
Desmond said, right, I don't mind at all.
Oh, well, I'm out of words, so... You know, like I said, I just wanted to come in. I really wanted the people, not y'all, I knew y'all was coming on, but other people to see her, and if it take that for them to stop, you know. Sometimes people just need something to, like I always use Moses in the burning bush. When you see something that's strange, and then you got to go over there and look at it and investigate. You know, I used you. You don't mind that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the Lord.
Use me for the Lord.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, y'all know this. Everything I say, y'all already know. I just want to come on and see. I mean, like I said, the other name for this was ordered. The other name I was considering was ordered because he took us through that trial just to bring us back right here where we are. We went full circle. And not only did we go full circle, he gave us truth during the process that we can share with other people. And I'm so stupid that I even believe that this storm outside was ordered just so we can go fishing. Somebody might see this and get curious. I wish I had given more verses to show where God. But I mean, if you are curious about it, we got several lessons on the marriage, and just inbox us and we'll get them to you. Other than that, you got anything? You don't never say that. Say something.
No, I'm more behind the scenes. I'm not in front of the camera type person.
Yeah. All right, then. If that's it.
Let's see. Aaron has said, has anyone been thinking about Mark 13 for the last 24 hours?
Mark 13? What's it about? No verses?
She didn't put no verses. Nah, said nothing wrong with the refresher course.
All right, nah. I don't see. What's in Mark 13?
It's in Mark 13, Aaron.
Oh, the tribulation. Second coming. I think about it every day. And I see signs. I see the 10 horns beginning to hate the whore, you know, and keep your, you know. I was helping somebody get ready for the storm, and while I was there, she called her niece and said, "Are you ready for this weekend?" And the niece said, "What's going on this weekend?" And she said, Lord, did you watch the news at all? And no. And so, give me, oh man, 1 Thessalonians 5, I believe it is. First Thessalonians 5, let's see if that is it. Yeah, give me start at 1, if you don't mind.
1 Thessalonians 5, starting at verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you.
Mm-hmm.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
As a thief in the night. Oh, he said it comes. Okay, go ahead.
For when they shall say, peace and safety,
Yeah.
then sudden destruction cometh upon them,
Mm-hmm.
as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Okay, then what?
But ye, brethren, are not in darkness,
You're not in darkness. You're not in darkness. Go ahead.
that day should overtake you as a thief.
It's not going to overtake you as a thief. It's coming as a thief in the night to them. Them that's not watching. Not paying attention to what's going on in the world. But you see what's going on, whether you know it or not. You know. And if you don't see, sometimes we just, you know, we're all not on the same page. But if you're around people who see, even if you don't see, then you've been made aware. So when she called the young lady, she said, I don't know nothing about what's going on. She said, you need to go and get some food and be prepared. You ain't going to be able to get out. And she had no clue. So when you see the things that the Bible told you was going to happen, start happening, then the antennas ought to go up. But like I always say, if you don't know, if you don't get in here in this book, you're never going to see it. Because the church is going to keep you blind, because they're giving you a motivational speech on how you can be financially free. You know, how you can shake your haters off. You know, how you can make it through next week or whatever.
How you need to sow $10,000 to be a millionaire.
Yeah. In the next 90 seconds.
Right.
But you got to get in this book. You got to get in it. Get around people who are in it, and let what God revealed to them rub up on you, and what God revealed to you rub up on them. Have these conversations, and even if you ain't got the whole piece of the puzzle, when you get around other people, just like the video I just was guided to about the marriage. He said something, I don't remember what he said, but he sparked some other stuff that I connected it to. And I've been trying to find that guy. I've reached out, I've went back and found the video, commented on the video, wrote GOCC, and nothing. Just like the guy who told me I'm supposed to be doing ministry. Never seen him again. Never even heard, nobody, I think Lorraine said, I know a guy by that name. And she kind of tried to direct me to him. I reached out on Facebook, never found him. God is doing stuff. Ordered. Like I said, ordered was the other name for this. Probably should have used it. He's doing stuff in your life to bring you back to Him, to make people say certain things that make you turn these pages and try to find out why we're here. Matter of fact, I think you're going to tell us why we're here at the end. I'm going to see if you're going to read it, not.
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it.
But there was something else. I don't think tonight. Was there anything else?
Mike said, wait, a 7 minute and 60 seconds equals 60 minutes at least.
Talking about the time.
Yeah. Let's see. Aaron said, so many verses were coming to mind while watching people freak out about the storm. So much preparation for worldly things, but what about prep for afterlife? Taking flight in winter. Do we have oil in our lamps? It was like God was giving me a personal conviction / warning. Prepare for the right things.
All right, man. All right. I ain't no need to add to that. That's good. That's good. That is good. And that oh man, that's how we felt when we realized what God required in marriage. You know, forget about our own personal feelings and all that other stuff. I remember, I don't know if you remember this. Me and you were into it. We were in my truck, and you got mad about something, and I finally said, "Wait a minute," and I stopped the truck, and I said, "I ain't going nowhere, and you ain't going nowhere. So what you want to eat?" And ended that conversation. And I think those were the most romantic words I ever said.
Oh, this time.
But she needed to know that I ain't going nowhere like I did last time. You know, and I could see, even though we were arguing, you smiled a little bit. And I said, "Oh, I got her." And but that's just what we need to. I'm talking about the spiritual marriage now. We ain't going nowhere. You know, whatever he requires, that's what we gonna do. And when your mind made up, don't people talking.
Right.
Man, please. Me leaving you, losing you as a friend. Man, please. If you got the keys to the gates, then I might listen to you. I probably won't, but you know, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no argument. I don't know where I'm going with that. What else you got? Y'all know how I forget stuff. Sherry ain't here. She ain't here to remind me nothing. You know, so.
She reminded you last time.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm. Matt said me and Shelby were talking about this yesterday. That's so good. Khadijah said she has a question. Hypothetical. If I'm dating someone who knows the truth and hasn't been baptized in the truth yet, should I proceed to marry him? I'm thinking no, I shouldn't, but just asking.
Where you come out that water? You know, I mean, you know, you need to know that y'all on the same page, because you can back out any time. You know, I would personally wait. It was, if you hadn't hurried up, I'm gonna be gone. You know
Where you gonna go?
Find me somebody in the truth. Shit.
Somebody pretend to be in the truth and then let me stop. Okay, go ahead.
When the guy who met me at the junkyard that day, he said, "Yeah, I'm a messenger of God." And I just remember how my face must have looked when he said that. He said, "And you're supposed to be doing ministry." I looked at him, and you know, like I said, I keep saying he had to say something to get my attention, because that what he was talking about wasn't. I was like, no, that ain't that. You ain't saying nothing. I don't believe in this, you know, prophet stuff. You know, I'm going to the Church of Christ. They say all that is done away with. So I knew this was a false prophet standing in front of me. I don't know if I ever told y'all what I was feeling, but he started telling me all this stuff, and he said, I see your house, but you ain't got it yet. He said, "Do you have a lawn business?" I said, "No." I looked on my truck. I had Buffer on the back of my truck. I said, he think that's a lawnmower. But I was out there the other day, and I had 4 lawnmowers and a tractor. And he said, I see your house. He said, you got a garage on it, but you gotta cross the face of the house to get in the garage. I don't know if I told you anything that I did. And so I'm outside doing some yard work one day, and I thought about it, and I looked. You do. You gotta cross the face. But of course, I hadn't not this. We weren't in this house.
Right.
I didn't even have you.
Right.
I was married with somebody else.
Right.
And he said, all you missing is a strong backbone. He said, you got one now. He said, you're trying to figure her out and see if she with you. That's what it was that made me turn aside to see. That's when he got my attention. How did he know that? You know, and yeah, I'm like, okay. I told you.
No, just keep on. Just keep on. Just keep going.
Oh, it's a hat thing. But he said, you just need a strong backbone. And yeah, okay. The woman I was married to at the time had just gave me an ultimatum. You gotta go to church. You gotta go to church with her, or she out. And so I knew I wasn't gonna do that. And all this is happening around the same time. But that was the thing that caught my attention. And I knew I wasn't about to. I had prayed, God, show me, open this Bible up. I don't want to understand it through doctrine. I want to understand it the way you intended it to be understood. And all this was going on. He was opening up my understanding. And then I get this ultimatum, which I knew by this time was wrong. And so that marriage ended. But it wasn't very long before all the other stuff we started at the beginning started coming back around. And just through obedience, man, to what the word actually says, not the doctrine, but what it actually says. And that's, like I said, that's most of our problem. We don't know what it says because we don't read it, and then when we do read it, we're reading it through the lenses of what we've already been told. So if I tell you to hand me that, can you hand me that pink marker, the pink pen, and you hand me this because it's the closest to pink, then it becomes pink later on down the road, if that makes any sense. What we get in church is close. They're using the same book, same words, and it's close to what it's saying, but it's not what it's saying. If he says he's going to be in the grave 3 days and 3 nights, and then we come up with Friday to Sunday, 3 days and 3 nights, well, it's close enough, and we accept it. But once you get into it, and he starts manifesting him. Give me John 14:21 for the people, for anybody who might not know.
John 14.
John, yeah.
I pulled it, you didn't.
Yeah. We're becoming one.
John 14:21.
And that's another thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. We are becoming one. What happened the other day when you remember the other day we were thinking the same thing, and we laughed about finally becoming one, because we was in this marriage, but we were ourselves for a long time, and these verses started coming to life about being one. And until you can't, y'all ever, and you probably got, I ain't pressed the sentence yet, you probably got a friend who's a woman that's married, and she got a hyphen in her name. You know, Rolanda Woods Johnson. That ain't gonna work. Because you're still trying to hold on to the Woods. You know, you're not Woods anymore. We're one. You absorb into me. And that's the way we're supposed to be when we get married to Christ. We absorb, and we're the wife, fellas. We're the wife now, and we gotta absorb into Him, be what He is. And so when we're trying to hold on to whatever it is you're trying to hold on to, and still trying to be one with Christ, it ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. What else you read?
John 14.
Okay, all right. Let me go get. I start babbling.
Before I get that, Nitra said it was about the food we had at Bible study, after Bible study. About us being one. I don't remember. Tell her what we were talking about, Nitra.
Yeah, we don't remember. We don't remember nothing. I remember that. Yeah, something like that. Nitra. I think I remember now. But something happened here at the house too. I don't remember what we was.
I think we was in the car. Wasn't
Yeah, we were in the car. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was.
And so, but we, and when stuff like that happens, bring it out, laugh about it, and it's really a building block towards being this. We still ain't this, you know, but we striving for it. And so, all this started with Khadijah's question. Her daughter named Khadijah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, John 14:21.
But hold on. But it all started with her question. Yeah, make sure. Just make sure. Ain't no rush. I might have did rush her a little bit because of my hormones. Might have been getting a little, So, but she wanted to make sure this was right because she was leaving the church, and I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Hold it for a second. The people in the Bible had to make a decision. Am I going to follow Christ, or am I going to keep following what the Pharisees say? And we read over it like it's a easy decision, But no, because wrong, you're going to hell. Just like if I'm going to the church on Sunday. It's either right or it's wrong. Only barometer you got is the Bible to measure if it's wrong or if it's right. Am I going to do exactly what it says, or am I going to compromise a little bit with tradition? And so she was in that stage. I got to make sure this is right. You've proven. We reading, and she see what it say. But she wasn't moving fast enough. So, but she did. She saw it, and she said, "Well, I mean, what was you thinking? I don't want to put words in your mouth."
You just asked me a while ago.
I did the same question.
Yeah.
You don't know?
No.
You know you just want to be with me.
That's it.
Y'all heard him. Read that.
John 14:21 says, "He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me."
That's who loves me. One of the commandments is remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. If I love him, then I got to keep that. And then what happens?
"And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father."
That word shall. Shall be.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that he already loved me. He loved me so much he couldn't keep his eyes off of me. That's what they told me. But that ain't what they said. They say once you start keeping the commandments, then you shall be loved by my Father. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. "And I will love him."
Oh, and then I'm going to love you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love you either until you start keeping the commandments.
Right.
And then what?
"And I will manifest myself to him."
And then I manifest. So once I started doing what it actually said and not the compromising of the doctrine of the church, then he started revealing the same little words that we've been reading all this time and never caught it. We never caught it. And so me and you were having these little Bible studies like this, and you started seeing those little bitty where I started pointing them out, and it helps you make your decision. Yeah. I see some stuff come. That's it?
Yeah, that was all.
Oh, okay. All right. You still have your finger there.
Oh, that's true.
Go ahead.
What? Let's see. Nietzsche said it was something about the food that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. I
I knew
remember.
exactly how you wanted it without even saying anything.
Mm-hmm. And then the pie. It was the cake.
Oh, yeah. She
Yeah.
said you didn't want no.
He said, no, you gonna want some of this. That's Nard's mama cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you gonna like this. I said, okay. All right, gonna get it
Right.
filled.
Shout out to Mama Bernice.
Yep.
Let's see. Marvin said, don't say it so harshly, my daughter. Still that one, though. What do you mean?
What was that?
Oh, that she dropping that last name. Got a good one. Still a good one, though. She said she dropping the last name. She
Yeah, we got to lose. Hey, one day my daughter going to lose my name, you know.
Yeah.
But no, we can't. I mean, and I was speaking spiritually, mostly. You know, we can't hold on to nothing when we're trying to be absorbed into Christ. But I want to hold on to my little thing over here that He don't like.
Mm-hmm. Whitney has a question. She says, how can we as couples in the truth better help the Most High in making us one?
What you say?
I'm on here to read, honey.
Listen, read the question again. I was coming.
She says, how can we as couples in the truth better help the Most High in making us one?
Better help the Most High in making us one. If I'm understanding the question right, well, how do you understand that? Because I'm thinking, is she saying, how can we help the Most High help us? Is that what you're saying?
Better help the Most High in making us one. I'm thinking that she's asking what do they need to do
Well, there it
in
is.
order to
Just
like what
moved on.
can we do to not hinder him trying to merge us?
Oh. Let me go to 1 Peter 3,
First Peter?
I believe. They're not. Oh, okay. Go through. Yeah. Let me see if I can find the verse I'm looking for now.
First Peter 3.
Yeah. Just give me 1 through 8. These were some of the verses that we read when we were going through our little spats.
First Peter 3, 1 through 8.
Yeah.
It says, likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Well, so if you got a husband, or a husband who is not in the truth, you came into the truth, he's not. This first verse is saying that you can bring them into the truth by your behavior, being the submissive wife. And of course, all this is physical and spiritual. But he said, without a word, without saying a word, your behavior can win that man over. Go ahead.
While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
See that? They watching you. Go ahead.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
Yeah, you pretty, you fine and all that, but that only goes so far. It's what's on the inside that a man. You ever seen a pretty woman with an ugly man? I'm sorry, I'm just speaking worldly terms. Or vice versa. it ain't what's on the outside that people are, especially these days, waking up to. It's what's on the inside, and what we all as people long for. I remember I used to tell you, shoot, I want to be wanted too, because I didn't feel like you wanted me like I wanted you, and I needed you to show me I need some love, I need some affection too. You ain't the only one. Shit, you were telling me that I could be more. The word you use. Affectionate. Yeah. You say you can be more affectionate. Hey, make me want to be affectionate. You know. I'm talking to the old you. All right, go on. Read on.
Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart,
right,
in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price.
Okay. Meek and quiet spirit. Okay. And that's, he's giving you marriage counseling right here. Keep going. Watch this.
For after this manner in the old time the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
To their own husband. Go ahead.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement.
Whose daughter ye are, if. And this whole thing is about being subjected to your husband. And you don't want to mess around and know that what kind of man he is and think you're going to change him. No, let's not go that route. Let's let him be what he's going to be before we be absorbed into him. Watch this, though.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
That your prayers be not hindered, sir. When you use the word hindered, that's what made me think about this verse right here. If you're not dealing with your wife the way God would deal with us, and why do you say your prayers be not hindered? Because you are the direct line up under him, up under Christ. It's the man. So your prayers are the one that should cover your wife, But if you're not dealing with her right, then seems like there's a barrier there. Your prayers are going to be hindered. Go ahead. What's this?
Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another. Love as brethren. Be pitiful, be courteous.
Finally, be ye all of one mind. And that's what we're striving for. That's what Nietzsche was talking about. It's crazy in that situation because I think it was a lemon caramel cake, right? Lemon. I said, no, that don't go together. And she tasted it. And she said, no, you're going to like this. Because she know what I like. She know the kind of taste of, it's crazy. How can she know what I'm going to like and what my taste buds are going to be? What's the word I'm looking for? She knows whether I'm going to like it or not, like she's in me or something. How can she know this? But that's what we're growing to be, one, and we joke around sometimes. Sometimes I hit her on the butt. You too heavy-handed. That hurt.
They know. Some of them know that you heavy-handed.
I said, well, I didn't feel nothing. We're supposed to be one. Should I have felt something? You need to work on your oneness, So we joke about it, but we are striving to that, daily. Well, it was bad for a minute. We good now. At least we understand when it gets bad that there's something else in the atmosphere. And cause you hear calls and talk about it all the time. When we know we need to, even if you just gotta walk away and come back to it later. Or sometimes we don't even it's over. You know,
Yeah.
just don't even talk about it. It's over. Move on. You know, I ain't going nowhere, and you ain't going nowhere. All right. All right. What is there anything else? I don't know if I answered the question, but the question, what can we do? We can be submissive to Him. Everything else falls into place. That's the bottom line.
Let's see, Matt said Ecclesiastes 4:9-12 is what mine and Shelby marriage is built on.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. Ecclesiastes 4. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, starting at verse 9 says, 2 are better than one,
Mm-hmm.
because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, or he hath not another to help him up. Again, if 2 lie together, then they have heat, but how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, 2 shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
A threefold cord. What's the third? What's the third strand in that cord? Christ. Yeah, it's Christ. And so until he's in Christ, going back to the original question, you know, it's just 2. It's a 2 strand. It's 2. But a 3-strand cord is not easily broken. Make sure that one of the most powerful things that I think I learned through this is that the marriage back to Him requires baptism. You know, I can know there's a shooter outside, but if I don't do nothing, then he's gonna kill me right here. Mm-hmm. You know, it's one thing to know, but you got to go ahead and follow through with the action. You know, so like I said, going back to the original question, what's stopping him? If he knows, I'm talking about, I don't know the depth of what he knows, but maybe he need to know a little more. Because
you want Khadijah question?
I'm way back to Khadijah.
Oh, okay.
Because
if you know what's
what's stopping him? What's stopping him? Because like Peter said, where you gonna go? We all gonna die unless he come back before we gonna die. And then what you gonna tell him? Well, I knew I just didn't die. And I didn't do what you needed me to do, but I knew about it. Mm-hmm. What else? Anything?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mama Tally said, BJ, I saw that to be true in my own marriage. Once I submitted to what the scriptures said about a wife, in time it made all the difference. Mm-hmm. I wasn't in the truth, but was always sincere and serious about trying to be obedient to the degree that I understood at the time.
Oh, mm-hmm. Awesome. Did you?
Yeah.
Screenshot that. Put it on your... Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dwayne said, this food tastes good. I said, y'all are one. Whitney said, she's talking to Sonya. Matt said, BJ, you sent me that passage on our wedding day, and I told the Most High He was going to be that cord to keep us together. True submission starts with the husband to Christ, wow, and the wife follows.
Ain't that something? I don't even remember, Matthew. That's awesome. But that's right. That's right. If your wife sees that the husband is submitted to Christ, she shouldn't have any trouble following you, especially if she's committed to Christ also. If she see you, what's the problem? There's something else going on. We need to sit down and talk about it. Mm-hmm. And sit down and talk about it, you know. We have to sit down and talk about a bunch of stuff, you know. And sometimes it got worse before it got better, you know. But if I ain't going nowhere and you ain't going nowhere, then the quicker we get over it,
Right.
the better it's gonna be.
Yeah.
uh,
Gotta have a tough conversation.
appreciate that, man. Yeah, tough conversation, right? Exactly. And a conversation, I'm glad you used that word, is me listening and you listening. Not waiting, not me waiting on you to shut up so I can talk. Because I'm not, if that's the case, I'm not listening to nothing you say.
Right. Because you focused on what you gonna say back.
Woo, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good. Jalen, I thought Jalen said make haste. Exactly. What we waiting on? That's what David said. David said, I made haste. You know, when it came to your words, what we waiting on? That's kind of the way I was when you were taking all the time to get baptized. What you waiting on? This how you know this ain't. Take a deep breath. There you go. That's it. Like I said, we was on here longer than we thought. We thought we was gonna come on about 30 minutes. If we in this little bitty office, and the heat ain't on because
it ain't cold.
no, it ain't. We thought it was gonna be cold because we got a vent up here, but they turned a little space heater on because it's gonna be too loud. Yeah. All right. Is that what's that say? This is on DJ, please. What I do? What I say?
Ain't no telling. Said a lot of mess.
What Carlos say?
Like you said, BJ, you got to take the spiritual condom off. We really know each other. Carlos, did BJ tell you what happened after Bible study? He'll call it to you. Well,
Oh yeah.
he'll tell you that.
At least we know she listening. Yeah. Whew. She said, Dad, what's a condom? I said, go ask your mama. She said, she told me to ask you.
He the one brought it up.
Go ahead.
Left it.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. Rest of y'all Shabbat. Stay warm, stay safe.
Yeah. And you gonna close it out, right?
Oh, I'm closing it out. Okay, I gotta do it by memory.
Yeah.
It ain't on this page. No, I was reading. That was what Nod. Somebody gave us in Ecclesiastes 4. All right. Let us see the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
All right, now. What you think, Nod? Did you miss any words?
Y'all got the point.
All right, y'all. Stay warm. This the little thing Andrea posted works good. If your heat go out, man, if y'all got those ingredients, I'm sure you do laying around. It works.
He made one for real.
I made 3.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought it was 2.
All right. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Good.